Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Trippie Redd. Now, it looks like Trippie Redd had an issue out there in Baltimore, Maryland. Now, it's looking like a bad situation, and luckily, Trippy, wasn't hurt, but man, people were hurt in this situation. Now, there was a shooting that took place at his tour bus as he was leaving the concert. Now, I'm going to be referencing a story from allhiphop.com, and we're going to be looking at a couple of clips from the news out there in Baltimore. So, man, before we get into the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about this Trippie Redd Tour bus situation out there in Baltimore, man. When I say Baltimore, I'm talking about Baltimore, man. Baltimore, Maryland. Now, it seems like Trippie Redd was out there, giving it up, man. Had a concert. Everything was going well until they left the concert, man. Now, this is wild. So let's get right to the story. Now, in the story from allhiphop.com, the headline says this. It says, Trippie Redd Tour bus shot up in Baltimore. Now, Baltimore seems to have a reputation as a tough town, and it ain't no seams to it, man. Baltimore is a rough city. I'm going to keep it real, man. Like, I've been to Baltimore a couple of times. It just, I don't know, man. The city exudes that type of energy, man. And not to say anything bad about Baltimore, to diss Baltimore. I ain't got no problem with Baltimore. But, man, they do play rough there. I'll say that much. Now, the story starts off by saying this. Trippie Redd's tour bus was shot at following a performance in Baltimore, leaving one person with a gunshot injury. You know what I mean? Now, basically, they're talking about a person got shot and they had injuries, but it seems like there's conflicting reports because between the NBC News and the CBS News, there's two different takes on this, and we'll get to that in a second. Now, the story continues by saying a Trippie Redd performance at the MECU Pavilion in Baltimore, Maryland, on Monday night ended in gunfire after his tour bus was shot up in the early hours of Tuesday morning. So early Tuesday morning, you know how that goes. They just leaving the show. It's probably like 1, 2, 3 in the morning or whatever. It's the same time people be leaving the club. Same time it seems like a lot of these shootings take place, man. And that's why it's wild to be even out there risking your life. But, it is what it is. Now, the story continues and says DJ Academics shared a post on Instagram detailing the incident, which included a video clip of WBAL-TV report. Now, WBAL-TV, I believe that's the NBC News affiliate out there. And, they did a rather detailed report. And let me just go ahead and play a little bit of what they said.
Pop artist Trippie Redd had just wrapped up a performance at the MECU Pavilion at the Inner Harbor. After the show, 10 members of a concert crew boarded a bus headed for the airport. According to police, just before 3 Tuesday morning, a driver pulled alongside the passenger side of the bus and fired a gun multiple times.
Now, as you heard in the report right there, they said that somebody pulled up to the side of the bus and just started firing multiple times. Now, this is wild because there is no indication that Trippie Redd or anybody from his camp did anything to egg the driver on or did anything that would, bring on this course of action, man. So it's wild that somebody just started busting at his tour bus. It's actually, man, a little alarming if you're out there and you're leaving a concert or whatnot, or even if you're a rapper just out there doing your thing, man. It's like rappers is like on that hot list this year, or at least the last year and a half. I've never seen so many situations in hip-hop where rappers are getting shot at. Trippie Redd really ain't even that kind of dude, I know he claims a lot of street stuff in his past or whatever, but to be real, he is the quintessential emo rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is no type of gangster around him at all if you want to keep it real with that. You know what I mean? And that's not a diss to Trippie. It's just that his image is more commercial than that. You feel me? Now, the story continues by saying this. It says, though the media personality captioned the post, allegedly someone shot at Trippie Redd tour bus after the show in Baltimore, no injuries were reported, thankfully. The report said basically that wasn't facts. The report basically said somebody did get shot. And one of the people who did get shot, or the person who got shot, was the driver of the bus. So imagine that. He actually had to wheel the bus and, park it so that way he can receive medical attention while he's trying to take other people to the airport. Now, in the story, it says this. It says, they reported that the tour bus had just left the MECU Pavilion in Baltimore's Inner Harbor to head to the airport. A passing motorist pulled up to the side of the bus and opened fire just before 3 a.m. One of the bullets hitting the bus driver. The unidentified driver then pulled off the road onto the departure lanes of Baltimore, Washington International Thurgood Marshall Airport, commonly known as BWI, to get help. It is unknown who the intended target of the shooting was. Elena Russo, spokeswoman for the Maryland State Police, said part of the ongoing active investigation is to determine whether this was a targeted incident or not. Police have been working with the passengers on board the bus as well as a few motorists who were driving but who did see the incident, so there were few conflicting details in terms of what kind of vehicle was involved and what the suspect might have looked like. So that's a toss-up. You're going to have a tough time finding the suspect when you have vehicles on the road. They start hearing gunshots. They trying to speed up out of the way. All sorts of chaos, man. That's a wild situation, man, to be real with you. Because let's be real, man. Anybody in that situation, you're going to just be trying to get out of the way, man. But let's actually listen to this CBS News report from Baltimore area as well. And they play what sounds like the 911 call when the incident went down. Let's check that out and come back for the commentary.
A brazen early morning shooting sends bullets flying through the side of this tour bus, hitting the driver as they travel down 295 South.
Bus driver in the tour bus was shot and continued on into the BWI terminals.
According to Maryland State Police, the bus was taking support crew from a concert that had just wrapped up at the MECU Pavilion in Baltimore to the airport when the shots were fired from a passing car.
Okay, now in that report, you heard the phone call talk about, how the tour bus got shot up and how the driver continued on to the BWI terminal. Man, that driver is a champ, man. Obviously he was looking for his safety as well, because I'm pretty sure at the terminal or at BWI, they probably have, ambulances on call or medical people or somebody who can come to him quick, you know what I mean? Because of, how many people travel throughout that area. It's got to be some sort of safety precautions, right? But you could hear that, man. This is a wild situation that they're trying to figure out still, man. Even the story, it ends like this. It says, also unknown is whether Trippie Redd was on board at the time of the shooting, although the 10 members of the concert who were on the bus are reportedly unharmed. No charges have been filed or arrests made at this time, and the investigation is ongoing. Police are asking anyone with information relevant to this incident to contact them and all that. You know what I mean? Like they got a number and all the contact info. I ain't gonna put all that out there. But it's wild that they're trying to figure out if Trippie Redd was even on the bus. Because even in the report you heard, they said the support staff from the concert. So that could be the people like the roadies and cats like that. That doesn't actually mean it was Trippie Redd himself. So, man, hopefully Trippie Redd is all right. Hopefully everybody else in that crew is all right. And, man, hopefully, man, that bus driver gets healed up quick and, man, he's all right at the end of the day. Now, what do you guys think about this situation? What do you think about the fact that his tour bus, Trippie Redd's tour bus, or a tour bus that was on tour with Trippie Redd, got shot up? Or do you think this might not have anything to do with Trippie Redd? It's just a random situation where there was a driver and it's just a road rage thing that went wild. Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.